All right, everyone, let's come to the mat and get started. Larry, if we need to put the lines down. Okay. Let's take a moment and center ourselves. Just come to a comfortable seating position. Hands in your lap or on your knees, whatever feels comfortable. And let's close our eyes and just quiet our minds. Relax our face and our shoulders and focus on the breathing. If you'd like to set an intention for class, do so now. Today we're going to start with a breathing exercise called Jnana Mudra breathing, and mudra means hand gesture. And we're going to be the Jnana Mudra is where it's very famous. You've seen the thumb touched to the pointing finger, and this is a gesture of wisdom. And in this exercise, we're going to first touch the thumb to the pinky. We'll breathe in deeply. We'll engage the Mula Bandha, which is the root bandha, the root lock, and it's in the perineal area where we'll pull in and up and support the inner organs. And then we'll release, we'll touch the fourth finger, we'll engage the Uddiyana Bandha, which is the core bandha, engaging that while we hold the breath. And then release. We'll touch the third finger, engage the Jalandhara Bandha, which is the chin lock. And by engaging that, we just gently pull it in, almost like you're trying to make a little bit of a double chin, but just gently and nothing too extreme. And then release. And then when we touch the pointer finger, we'll engage all three bandhas. And I'll walk us through that. So coming to the breath. Let's take a preparatory breath in through the nose. And then exhaling through the nose. Touching your thumb to your pinky. Inhale. Engage the Mula Bandha. Hold the breath for just a moment. And then release the bandha, release the breath. Now touch the thumb to the fourth finger. Inhale deeply. At the top of the breath, hold the breath and engage the Jalandhara or the Uddiyana, the core bandha. Hold the bandha, hold the breath. And then release the bandha and release the breath. Touching the thumb to the third finger, breathe in deeply. Engage now the Jalandhara Bandha, chin lock. Hold the bandha, hold the breath. And then release the lock, release the breath. Touching the thumb now to the pointer finger, we breathe in deeply. At the top of the breath, we engage all three, the Mula, the Uddiyana, and the Jalandhara Bandha. Hold for a moment. And then release all the bandhas and release all the breath, returning to normal breathing. This one is a bit of a mind exercise as well, coordinating the bandhas with the breath. Let's take another preparatory breath in and begin again. Exhaling out through the nose, touching now the thumb again to the pinky finger. Inhale deeply. Top of the breath, engage the Mula Bandha, hold, and then release the bandha and release the breath. Moving the thumb now to the fourth finger. Inhale deeply. Top of the breath, engage the core bandha, the Uddiyana Bandha. And then release the bandha and release the breath. Moving the thumb now to the third finger, breathing deeply. Engaging the Jalandhara Bandha, and then release the bandha and exhale through the nose. Thumb moves to the pointer finger, breathe in deeply. Engage now all three bandhas, Mula, Uddiyana, Jalandhara. Hold, and then release the bandhas and release the breath. Return to normal breathing. Just taking a moment to notice the sensations. One final round. Let's take a preparatory breath in through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Bringing the thumb again to touch the pinky finger. Inhale. Engage the mula. And release the bandha and release the breath. Touching the thumb now to the fourth finger. Breathing in deeply. Engaging the Uddiyana, the core bandha. Hold the breath. And then release the bandha and release the breath. Touch the thumb now to the third finger. Inhale deeply. Engage the Jalandhara Bandha. Release the bandha, release the breath. Bring the thumb now to the pointer finger. Inhale deeply. Engage all three bandhas at the top of the breath. Now this time we're going to hold the bandhas as we exhale and use the bandhas to squeeze all the stale air out. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze until you are empty, and then inhale, fresh prana, and return to normal breathing. Taking a moment just to notice the sensations of our breathing exercise, the awareness of the bandhas, and the strength that they give us to control and support our inner organs, our spine, our posture, and the energy within. Let's turn our hands down now onto our knees, drop the head into a few neck rolls, coming to your right first. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and exhale down the other side. Relaxing the face as always and the shoulders. Inhale again. Nice big circle with the neck. And exhale to the other side. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now let's go the other way. Inhale to the left. Finding that circle, nice big circle, and exhale. Checking your shoulders, make sure you're relaxing them. Again, inhale. And exhale. Final time, inhale. And exhale. Coming to center. You can open your eyes if you'd like. Inhale, let's do some seated cats and cows. So looking up to the sky, pulling the shoulders back, opening that heart space. And then exhale, pressing out through the back of the spine, rounding the spine. Bring the chin down to the chest. And then inhale, looking up again, flexing the spine forward. And exhale, pressing out. Do a couple of these. Couple more of these at your own pace with the breath. Just noticing the spine flexing from the seat the whole way up to the crown of the head. And coming to center. Inhale, bringing the arms up to the sky, finding space, rooting down through the hips into the ground, and then coming forward, hinging from the hips, bringing the hands to the floor, walking the hands forward, keeping that length in the spine. Again, not rounding the spine, but finding a nice stretch here from the hips through the fingertips, rooting down through the hips, breathing and maybe finding a little more space as you inch the fingers forward. Relax the chin. And when you're ready, let's walk the hands back. Now, whichever foot is leg is in front, switch the leg so the other leg is in front. Find your sits bone, move the skin away from the hips, root down in, inhale, arms rise, and again, other side, finding that space, keeping that space as we hinge forward, bringing the hands to the floor, pressing down through the hip bones, reaching forward with the fingertips, breathing, relax the chin. Maybe finding a little more stretch. And when you're ready, walking the hands back. Bring the hands up again to the sky. Now drop the left hand beside your left hip. Reach up with the right and over, keeping that space that you find in the side, reaching to the side, pressing down with the same hip that you're reaching with through the arm. Nice stretch to the side. And come back to center. Shrug out your shoulders. Same thing, arms up, root down through the hips, reach through the arms. Drop now your other arm, reaching with the other arm, rooting down with that same hip, finding that space on the side of the body, and then stretching. Breathe. And exhale, coming back to center, shrugging out your shoulders, bringing your hands to your shoulders. Let's do some circles, envisioning that you're drawing circles with the elbows as though laser beams were coming out the tips of the elbows, and you're making a nice big circle against the wall. Let's go the other way. Continue to breathe. Keeping the chin parallel with the floor. And then keeping the elbows in line, or the hands on the shoulders, elbows in line with the shoulders. We're going to inhale, turn to the left, exhale to the right. Inhale left, exhale right. Gentle twists side to side with the breath. And then come back to center. Now inhale to the other side, exhale opposite. Chin parallel with the floor. And you can relax the shoulders, shrug them out, and come back onto your hands. Bring your feet out in front of you, about hip width apart or maybe a little wider. Let's just do some gentle windshield wipers, side to side, getting those hips moving, loosening them up. If you'd like, cross one leg over the other at the knee, as though you were just sitting in a chair with your knees crossed, and then do some windshield wipers that way. Just noticing the difference there. Might be a little tight. If it is, do what's comfortable. You don't have to cross them. It just gets a little bit more to the thighs and the upper hips. And then let's uncross them, cross the other leg, same thing, different side. Noticing the differences. And you can uncross them, shake them out. Let's come on to all fours. Stretch back one leg and tuck your toes underneath. And then roll over the toes, some Tootsie Rolls here. Stretch out the heel, get the hamstring involved, and then roll directly over the toes. Press down on the top of the toes, and then press back the heel. Coming forward, maybe rolling over all the toes there, just playing to get a nice stretch on the top of the toes, and then back again. Play with that a little bit. Now let's do the other leg. Stretch out the other one again, heel back, toes tucked under. Nice stretch of the hamstring here. Breathing, relax the jaw and the neck, and then rolling forward onto the toes, pressing down on the tops of the toes, getting a nice stretch. Feels so good. And then pressing out. Rolling directly forward over the toes, giving a nice little press on the top. And when you're ready, let's come down onto your belly. Bring your arms out to the side. Turn your head to the right and come down onto your cheek. Feel free to take any little wiggles or jiggles here to get your hips to relax into the floor. A gentle sort of passive neck stretch here. If this isn't comfortable, you can also try putting a hand under the chin. Sometimes our necks are a little tight here, but just play with it. Do what feels comfortable. Relax the shoulders, let them collapse also towards the floor. And then just let the weight of your head give yourself, like I said, a gentle neck stretch here, and just breathe. And when you've had enough on that side, you can turn to the other side, same thing. Just turning the head. And when you're ready, bring the head back to center. Bring your arms in and touch your thumbs and your toes together so that you create a little diamond, a little place for your forehead to sit. Put your head down. And then bring the knees up, or excuse me, bend the knees, bring the feet up behind, and we're just going to sort of swim the legs back and forth. And then side to side, windshield wipers. Very gentle here. And then bringing the hands back out onto the floor with your head down, forehead down onto the floor. And your hands are in a cactus arm position with the elbows bent, hands pointed towards the forward part of your mat. Going to be doing a little bit of shoulder work here. Do as much as is comfortable. If you have pain, then just back off of it or avoid and pushing it too far. But these are some helpful exercises, especially if you've had shoulder injury or tightness. So maybe some of these will speak to you. So, we're going to lift the arms up off the floor, still in that cactus position. Exhale forward. My head remains on the floor. Just working the arms, bring them back down into cactus and then down to the floor. Again, inhale up, exhale, reach forward. Inhale, bring them back up, back to folded, bent, and then exhale down to the floor. Do a few of these at your own pace, maybe 6 or 8 with the breath. Up, reach, back, down. Inhale up, exhale, reach, pull back, down, up. And when you've had enough of that one, we're going to take the arms, sort of make an S configuration. So I'm going to bring my right arm forward and bending around over the front of my head. Take my other arm, palm up over the back of my body. So I'm sort of making an S with my arms. Then very slowly, and keeping the arms above the floor if you can, switch. So now the other arm is on my back. The other arm, the left arm, is around the front of my head. And again, just switching these, noticing how your arm rotates to get into the different position. One palm up, one palm down. Switch back. Again, if possible, keeping the arms off the floor. If you can't, then just do what you can. And work up to it. Shoulder, if anyone of you have had a shoulder injury, you know how maddeningly slow it can take to heal from them. So little incremental improvements every day is what we're going for here. All right. Now bringing both hands behind the back, still laying on our bellies and with our foreheads on the floor. I'm bringing my hands to the back. My palms are up and I'm just sort of making little wings with my elbows here. Inhale, again, keeping the head on the floor. We're going to lift the shoulders as high as you can and then exhale down. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. Exhale down. Keep the jaw relaxed here. Lift, just lifting and opening those shoulders. Down. Lift for 4 and down. Lift for 5. Inhale. Lift, lift, lift. And down. Trying to open. Inhale, open. And down. Let's do one more. Inhale, open. And down. You can release the hands. Let's come back into our cactus arm. Now this time we're going to lift the arms in cactus, touch the back of our neck where it joins at the shoulders or the back of your body. Just cross the hands and touch, come open and down. Again, keeping the arms in cactus arms. Inhale up, cross, maybe putting the other hand over top, uncross, exhale down. Inhale, lift,
Exhale, cross, touching the back of the body, back of the neck, and down. Keep going. Cross, open, down. Let's do 2 more. Up, cross, open, down. Last one. Up, cross, open, and down. All right, 2 more. Bringing your hands to your back of your head. We're going to lift the head this time. Bend to the side. Put the head down. Lift the head up. Come back to center. Head down. I'm keeping my elbows up the whole time here. Inhale, lift. I'm not that far off the ground. Turn now to or bend now to the left. Head down. Lift the head up. Come back to center. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale. Bend to the right. Head down. Inhale up. Coming to center. Exhale down. Inhale up. Turn to the left. Exhale down. Inhale up. Coming to center and down. Let's do one more set. Inhale up. Exhale, lift. Excuse me, and then down. Head up. Head center. Head down. Head up. Head center. Or excuse me, to the left and down. Inhale up and center and down. Bring the arms out into cactus arm. Take a moment here. We have one more. Are you feeling these? Are you finding any little things here that this maybe can help with? I hope so. All right, next one, we're going to bring the arms up, again, lifting them off the ground, and we're going to reach above the head and hold our forearms, almost like framing the head. Elbows are off the floor. Open the arms, bring them around the world, if you can, off the floor. Now bring them and do the same thing, holding the forearms behind the body. My head is staying down here. And then release. You can do these as slow as you'd like. I would not do them fast because we're working on this opening here, but certainly you can spend time if it feels good to you. Continue to move these. And back. Do a couple more at your own pace. Make sure you're breathing. And you can bring your hands to your side. Bring your hands now so that you're on your elbows and come up onto our elbows, which are under our shoulders. Fingers are spread and in front of us, coming into our Sphinx pose. My belly is on the floor, legs are behind, looking forward, little gentle bend in the back here with our Sphinx. And feel free to do some wiggles in the hips. And one more breath. Now, rolling onto our sides, grab one of your bricks and put it under your head so that you're laying on your side with the brick as a little pillow.
Extend your lower arm out. Your upper arm is bent and in front of you for support. Legs are extended. On your inhale, bring your top leg forward. Exhale, bring that knee up to the sky with the foot sort of down. Inhale, bring the foot up behind. Exhale, close the knees together with that foot like so. Inhale, open the knees. Exhale, bring the foot to the knee with the knee still up in the air. Inhale, bring the knee down to the floor. And exhale, extend the leg. Now, this is a mind trick too. So this one is hard to learn. So don't worry if you're a little confused. I had to do it several times to get it, but it's a good controlled articulated motions for the hip. So inhale, bring that top leg forward. Exhale, knee is up. Inhale, bring the foot up. Exhale, close the knee. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, foot to knee. Inhale, bring the knee to the floor. And exhale, straight. Let's do it one more time. Inhale, knee forward. Exhale, knee up. Inhale, foot up. Exhale, close the knee. Inhale, open the knee. Exhale, foot to knee. Inhale, knee to the floor. And exhale, straight. Now roll over onto the other side. We're going to do the other hip. I'll rotate this way so you can see me. Again, brick under your head. Extend your legs. Lower arm out onto the floor. Upper arm hand is with the upper arm is bent and the hand is on the floor for support. And let's inhale, bring that top leg in, or up rather. Exhale, knee up to the sky. Inhale, foot up. Exhale, close the knees. Inhale, open. Exhale, foot to knee. Inhale, knee to the floor. And exhale, straight. Again, inhale, knee forward. Exhale, knee up. Inhale, foot up. Exhale, close the knees. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, foot to knee. Inhale, knee forward. And exhale, straighten the legs. You getting it? One last time. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, knee to the sky. Inhale, foot up. Exhale, close the knees. Inhale, knee up. Exhale, foot to knee. Inhale, knee forward. And exhale, straight. Very good. You can move your brick now. And let's press ourselves over and come into our child pose. Spread your knees. I'm going to turn around here. And press back into child pose, Balasana. Forehead to the floor or on a brick, whatever feels comfortable to you. And breathe. Taking any little shakes here to loosen up the body and come into our resting child pose. Hands can be in front of you or along the side of your body if you'd like, whatever feels good to you today. I'm going to keep mine out today. A little more stretch on the shoulders. If you have not noticed, this class has a special focus on shoulders today. Noticing the breath rise and fall on the back of your body. Relax the jaw. On your next inhale, Let's press forward with the hands. Spread them about hip width apart. Tuck your toes behind you and press up into downward facing dog. And taking any stretches here that you'd like, hips to the sky. Walking your calves, pressing those heels back. Looking from side to side if you'd like. And breathing. Strong hands, pressing through each finger. Pressing the hips up to the sky. Pressing the heels down to the floor. Shake your head no and yes. When you're ready, let's bend the knees, walk the feet to the front of the mat, and let's come into our forward fold at the top of the mat, bending your knees, whatever you need to do so that your hands are on the floor. And we're going to walk the hands over to the right foot, maybe grabbing the ankle if you'd like, and just doing a little bit of a side twist here. Very relaxed, very gentle. And breathe. When you'd like, you can release that, come back to center. Walk the hands to the other side of the body, maybe grabbing the other ankle if that's comfortable, or you can just leave the hands on the floor, whatever, just finding a little bit of a stretch. I'm really feeling it in here, everywhere, shoulders. And come back to center. Now, crossing your hands, we're still in Uttanasana. Grabbing one ankle with each hand, and again, my arms are crossed. If this is available to you, relax the head. Just play with this stretch and see how you feel. Explore the stretches. Again, keep the knees nice and soft here. When you're ready, you can release the hands. Now cross whichever hand was in front. Put the other hand in front. Cross again. We always do both sides. Stay nice and balanced. And exhale, you can release. Let's come up onto the fingertips for Ardha Uttanasana. Finding length, and exhale back down to the floor. Inhale, bring the hands to your hips. Press through the heels and engage your core. Hinge up to standing. Coming into our mountain pose, let's bring the big toes together. Lift and spread the other toes and place them back down onto the floor. Nice firm foundation. Soften or close the eyes, hands at your side, open the shoulders, pulling them back, coming into our mountain pose, engaging with the earth and feeling that connection of the bottom of the feet, all the sides of the feet with the earth. As we come to the breath, pulling that energy up from the earth, just like an exploding volcano, pulling that energy up now into the arches of the feet, lifting the arches. Energy rising up through our calves as we engage the calves and the kneecaps. Engaging our thigh muscles, feeling the knitting of our hips. Engaging now the Mula Bandha, supporting the inner organs. Pulling the energy now up into the torso, engaging our Uddiyana Bandha, back and up towards the spine. Allowing that energy to rise up the Sushumna Nadi, along the back of the spine, up to the neck, engaging our Jalandhara Bandha. And now allowing the energy to rise freely up the entirety of the spine and out through the crown of the head, connecting us earth to sky, sky to earth. Coming to our Jala or our Ujjayi breathing, that victorious breathing, where we create a little sound like a little snoring sound, or perhaps the waves of the ocean as we inhale. And exhale through the nose. Beautiful posture, shoulders back. And exhale, you can open your eyes, grabbing your belt if you have one handy, taking a step apart with your feet so that you're about hip width apart or a little more. We're going to just play with the belt. You can go straight and back, keeping the arms straight, going straight back and forward if you'd like. Opening up the shoulders, keeping the chin parallel with the floor. If you'd like, you can do some around the world so that you're taking the arms, keeping the arms straight, but you're moving one arm over the head and then the other arm. And just playing with that, seeing how your shoulders feel here. Again, keep that chin level with the floor. And then go the other way. Maintaining a grip that allows you to keep your arms straight and tension between the arms. So they're really working into the shoulders. And then when you're done with that, folding the belt in half and bringing it over the head and dropping it down behind. And then reaching out with the other arm and coming around, grabbing the belt, chin level with the floor here, looking forward. Yeah, I can show you sideways. And I'm just going to grab the belt and do a little pulling with the upper arm, finding that stretch. Whatever feel, this should feel, this is a nice stretch, nothing crazy here. If this is too tight, take a looser grip. Keeping the chin up. And release. Shrug out your shoulders. Now we'll do the opposite with the other arm. Up and over the head. Other arm goes around, finding length, and then coming behind the body, grabbing that belt, and then finding your grip. This arm is definitely tighter than the other arm. And I'm just sort of scooching around here to move my arm up. A little bit of pull, tugging with my left arm. And breathe. Make sure you keep your face relaxed here and breathe. Use the breath to release any tension you may feel. And release. Oh, that's, as they say, juicy. Shake your arms out. A little bit of balance work here. We worked on Warrior 3 preparatory pose in the last class, in class 8. We're going to go a little farther here with the full Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana. We're going to be, if you would like, using another mudra called Kali Mudra. Kali is the destroyer, but destroyer of fear. And to do this mudra, again, a hand gesture, we interlock the fingers with the 3, 4, and 5 together, 2 pointed out and thumbs together. So 2s and thumbs together. I've also heard this called Charlie's Angels mudra, but this is the come a little closer so you can see the way I'm holding the hand, like a little gun, okay? But not yet. So with our feet about hip width apart, we're going to bend the left knee, push the butt out, bring the hands forward as we did in the last class. So finding that fulcrum point. So we're using the hips behind for weight, leaning forward to get the weight in the front. Bring the left bent leg back and touch the floor. If you have your balance, finding a drishti point, lift that back foot up. If you're good here, come into Kali Mudra. Whoop. And stay someplace where you can touch to hold yourself or catch yourself if you fall by the wall. It's hard to do balances and talk. And release. Now you don't have to do the hand position. You can just, you can stay, sorry. You can stay just in this position. You can just touch and lift, touch and lift. Work on it wherever you are. Let's try the other side. Okay, so we're going to bend the other leg now. Press the hips back. Hands come forward. Find your balance. Find your point of focus on the floor, your visual focus. Bring that leg back. Kali Mudra, if you'd like. Lift the foot. And down. Release. Something to play with and another balance that is so important for us to work on. One other that I'd like to go over now is the eagle pose. And again, being careful that you're not risking a fall. So you want to be close to a wall or something you can hold on to. We're going to bend the knees, feet are about hip width apart. We're going to cross one knee over the other knee. Now you can bring that foot over and just touch the toe to the floor. That's fine as a first step. Bring the, if you'd like, if you're fine with that and your balance is good, again, finding a focal point and engaging your core, you can hook that toe onto the back of the other leg. Now, I'm going to, just so, because it's hard to talk and do this at the same time, I have my, what would be your right leg, I'm mirroring you, over top. Therefore, I'm going to take the left arm and go over and switch and have the arms crossed with the hands together. So you do the opposite arm on top as whatever leg is on top. Lifting the arms a bit if you can. And then release the arms, release the legs, shake it out. It's a fun one. I'll do that one now. The other side, we're going to do the other side now. I'll do it from the side. Bend the knees, cross. And release. And release. Garudasana. Okay, very nice. Let's come down to the mat and sit. Now, for our next series, we're going to be doing a little bit of hip opening. Let's bring one leg, I'll do it this way, so you can see legs in 90 degrees so that the front leg is parallel, the shin of the front leg is parallel with the front of the mat, if it is available to you. If you can't get your leg in this position, just come to whatever approximation you can. The back leg is also, the back thigh is in line with that front leg in the front of the mat, so that both legs are creating a 90-degree angle. Move the skin away from your hip bone so you can come into a seated position, taking a moment here to just let things settle. I'm looking towards the front of my mat. if that is available to you. Now, some of you may have very tight hips. This might be a little strong, so just do the best you can. When you're ready, walk the hands forward, keeping the spine nice and long, finding a stretch, rooting down with the feet, with the legs and the hips. And reaching with the hands. We're not hunching the back or rounding the back. We're keeping the spine nice and long here. Bring the hands back a little closer to the leg. Now I'm going to lift the back foot off the floor and down. Lift and down. It's not coming up very far, just lifting and down. Just do a few of those. If you're good with that and you'd like to go a little deeper with it, lift that whole back leg, which is harder, and down. So the knee and the foot. So hip strength work. So if you can't do it, just, it's a goal or something to work towards, and down. Very good. And finally, bringing the back leg now forward so that the leg was in the back is now in front of you, and the other leg is bent and the foot is beside your hip here, or thigh, excuse me. Going to bring both hands over to the side of this hip of the leg that is extended. And I'm going to press through both the foot that's on the floor, that's flat on the floor, and my hands, and I'm going to lift that hip and down. Do a few of these. So important to be able to get up and down off the floor. You should always take the opportunity to get down onto the floor and work on getting back up. Now, if this is good and you're good here, you'd like to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can lift the whole leg. So again, pressing through that foot, through the hands, lift the whole leg and down. Lift the whole leg and down. Lift and down. Now, final step, if you'd like to go further with that, lift the hip and lift the leg, bring the knee under and come up to your knee. Come back down, press through the hands and bring the leg back out. One more time, lift, knee under and up. Press through the hands, lift the knee and come down. All right, we'll do that whole series now on the other side. So now I'm going to bring the other leg so that the shin is parallel with the front of the mat. Back leg, also the thigh is parallel, and I'm creating a 90-degree angle with both feet. Again, settling in here, maybe moving the skin away from the hip. If you have to create less than 90-degree angle like this, that's totally fine as well. Whatever position works for you. Walking the hands forward now and finding our stretch, pressing down through the hips, reaching forward with the hands, nice long spine. And breathe. And when you're ready, let's walk the hands back a little closer. We're going to lift that back foot and down. Lift that back foot and down. Do you feel that? Really feel that in the thigh muscles there. Lift and down. And again, if that's comfortable to you, doing a few of those. If you'd like to go a little deeper, try lifting the whole knee and foot. Up and down. Up and down, doing a few of those. And then finally, bringing that back leg around, straightening it, bending the other leg. I have my left leg straight, so my right leg is bent with my foot on the floor. Hands come to the extended leg side of my body. Both hands are on the floor, about hip width, about shoulder width apart. And make sure you're stacking the elbow or the shoulder over your wrist. You're not collapsing back like that, but you're pressing, stacking joints here. Inhale, lift the hip and down. Press through that flat foot as well. And the hands lift and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. Now, again, if you'd like to you can stay there and just work on that. That's a great strengthening exercise right there. If you'd like to go deeper, you can lift the whole leg and down. Lift and down. Lift and down. And again, if you want to go further, lifting the leg, bending it, bringing it underneath, coming up to a kneeling position. Hands come back down, press through the foot and the leg and the hands, lift the knee, thread it under, and come back. One more time. And down. All right, let's come on to our backs. Bring your knees into your chest, fingers around your, interlocked around your thighs. Give yourself a little hug here. When you're ready, bringing your hands to your side. Taking any last minute wiggles here that you'd like. And extending the legs. Coming into our Shavasana. Checking the body for relaxation. Make sure your jaw is loose, space between your teeth. Relax the face. Roll the head from side to side. Relax your shoulders. Palms up if you'd like. Check the hips. And breathe. When you're ready, come back to the awareness of your breath. Wiggling your toes and your fingers. Roll the head from side to side. And bring the knees up. Roll over to your side. Press yourself up into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed for another moment. Hands to your heart. Bring your focus back to the intention if you set one at the beginning of the class. Bring the energy and the love and the kindness of your practice today, enveloping that intention and then sending it out into the world. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. I hope you have a lovely week. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me in the practice, and I hope to see you in the spring. I'll be sending out more information about it next week. So, and
Thank you,
as
Robin.
always, any feedback, any requests, it's always appreciated. So, and I take it to heart very, very much. So thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Robin.
Thank you, Robin.